Well, 1 week from today, Ohio voters will head out to the polls to vote on a variety of important topics like school levies, Issue 2, Issue 38, and then there's Issue 1.
Yeah, and Issue 1 tackles a really debated topic. It's abortion. 3 News legal analyst Stephanie Haney is here now. Steph, let's start with what the law currently says when it comes to abortion in the state of Ohio.
Yeah, this is an important topic, Lena and Laura. And before we get into it, I just want to say off the top, forget what you think you know about Issue 1 from the August election. This is a different election and a different Issue 1. Simple as that. How you voted in August may not be how you want to vote this time around. Now, to explain where abortion access stands now, here's a quick history lesson. The so-called heartbeat bill is effectively a ban on abortion starting at 6 weeks after conception with no exceptions for rape or incest. Ohio passed that in 2019. Now, a few months later, a federal judge blocked that because under Roe versus Wade, it was unconstitutional. Then, when Roe versus Wade was overturned in 2022, that 6-week ban was briefly reinstated. That's when we heard about that 10-year-old girl having to go to Indiana for an abortion after being raped. Then a few weeks later, a state judge blocked it again. But that block has been appealed to our Ohio Supreme Court, and now we are waiting for their ruling on it. So that brings us to right now. At this exact moment, anyone in Ohio can get abortion up to 22 weeks after conception, and then only later if needed to save the pregnant person.
And so with that in mind, what happens if Issue 1 fails on Election Day? Where do we stand there?
Okay, if most people vote no on Issue 1, the status quo will continue for the moment, but abortion access could also change in the future. In other words, a vote no on Issue 1 is a vote to keep the future of abortion access in Ohio uncertain, because our legislature could pass a law making it harder to get an abortion, and the Ohio Supreme Court could rule in a way that results in the 6-week abortion ban going back into effect at some point.
Okay, so on the other side, what happens if Issue 1 passes?
If Issue 1 passes, if most people vote yes on Issue 1, that's a vote to guarantee abortion access in Ohio. If Issue 1 passes, it will change our state constitution to preserve access for abortion for everyone up to the point of fetal viability, which would be determined on a case-by-case basis by a medical professional. And it would also guarantee abortion access at any point in the pregnancy when necessary to protect the pregnant person.
And so if it does pass, will those rights become permanent in Ohio as an amendment?
Now, the tricky thing about the law is that the law is never really permanent. Things can change. Remember, Issue 1 is a constitutional amendment, and the Constitution can always be amended again. So if Issue 1 does pass, that would be the state of the Constitution at that moment. Now, if the Constitution is amended again, things can change.
All right, that's a breakdown that we all needed, we all can use, and we have a great breakdown as well if you want to learn more on our website, WKYC.com.
That's right.
Steph, thanks so much.
Sure.